A Wyoming company is building snow trucks that have driven from Cheyenne to the North Pole. An 800-square-foot home built out of steel shipping containers is selling for nearly $400 a square foot in Pinedale. And a Laramie food truck tailgates at every Buffalo Bills game, home and away. We'll take a look at these stories and more today from Wyoming's largest news organization. I'm Wendy Corr for Cowboy State Daily. Saying families are breaking down and society's values are changing, a Sweetwater County teaching group is begging school leaders in Rock Springs to help teachers with reported behavioral chaos among students. Cowboy State Daily's Claire McFarland reports that the Sweetwater Education Association approached the school board Monday, saying behavioral issues are so bad that it's hard to teach.
People are throwing things that are not meant to be thrown. There's disruptions, and it's taking a toll on all students, not just those who are disruptive.
Marty Albert, vice president of the Sweetwater Education Association, told the Board of Trustees that because teachers have to divert teaching time into classroom management, students' mental health and ability to learn are taking a hit amid the disruptions. Well, for those craving a road trip, how about a 24-day scenic drive from Cheyenne to the magnetic North Pole? A company that's recently opened its first North American outlet in Cheyenne has made such a trek possible. Outdoors reporter Mark Hines says that two 6x6 Ford F-350s custom built in a Cheyenne shop made the trip to extreme northern Canada across frozen sea ice and boundless fields of deep snow.
There's a company, it was actually founded in 1990 in Iceland, and it's called Arctic Trucks, and it's pretty much what it says it is. They take an existing vehicle, like, for instance, a Ford F-150, and they will basically customize it for really extreme Arctic conditions.
For those hankering for a 6x6 abominable snow truck, expect to pay in the mid-$400,000 range, but Arctic Trucks can also customize smaller rigs for less money. U.S. Representative Harriet Hagman signed a letter with 31 other members of Congress on Friday demanding answers from the head of the Securities and Exchange Commission about a newly proposed rule that would allow buying and selling of undefined rights to certain private and public lands. That includes to foreign nations. Cowboy State Daily's Leo Wolfson reports that the SEC proposal would let investors buy into the stock market companies trading on the New York Stock Exchange for the purpose of protecting nature, including public lands, and making money.
These natural asset companies, this would basically be an extension of ESG policies, which are basically corporate commitments to social credit scores as far as taking actions that are deemed as positive and that some people have called woke policies.
Hagman said the rule has the potential to fundamentally change U.S. land access, management, use, and ownership as we know it. I'll be back with more news right after this.
The weather is turning oh so frightful this time of year, but those excavation projects, they will persevere. I'm Jan Warren for One Call of Wyoming, here to remind you that no matter how big or how small your digging project is, contacting 811 2 full business days before you begin is required by state law. So stay safe unwrapping presents, not utility lines. From all of us at One Call of Wyoming, happy holidays.
An 800-square-foot home made from 3 steel shipping containers hit the real estate market last weekend in Sublette County, and based on web traffic generated by the listing, people are intrigued. Cowboy State Daily's John Thompson reports that both the realtor and the builder are optimistic about the potential for container homes in Wyoming because they can help solve a lot of the state's construction and housing problems.
And they can be reasonable, inexpensive if the homeowner's willing to put in the sweat equity on the site work and finish the interior and stuff like that. And they can be transported into remote places. The number of configurations that you can do is as big as your imagination.
The home, located in the Barker subdivision about 10 miles south of Pinedale, is listed at $315,000, sits on 1.42 acres, and has killer views of the Wind River Mountains. And Weitzel's Wings, a.k.a. Double Dubs, has doubled down on its Wyoming to Buffalo connection. Cowboy State Daily's Jake Nichols reports that thanks to an endorsement from Buffalo Bills quarterback Josh Allen, the Laramie-based Chicken Joint on Wheels is tailgating Buffalo Bills football games this season, home and away.
Double Dubs wing king Trent Weitzel married into Bills Mafia, where he's now a made man at any tailgating scene prior to a Buffalo Bills game. It's a match made in chicken wing heaven.
And that's today's news. Get your free digital subscription to Wyoming's only statewide newspaper by hitting the subscribe button on CowboyStateDaily.com. I'm Wendy Corr for Cowboy State Daily.